Every Wednesday morning at around this particular time, we have a chat with the Mayor of the Hiranui District, and welcoming to Compass FM, Murray Black. Good morning, Murray.
Oh, good morning, Kerry. How are you?
Good, thanks. I've got a couple of very, very quick things to talk about. In the Hiranui District itself, you are going to be doing a very full-on Super Saturday vaccination drive in some of the medical centres. Do you want to tell us a wee bit about that?
Oh, look, it's an absolute privilege to talk about it because the 5 practice managers across our health system in the Hiranui, from Amberley to Waikari to Amiri to Hammer Springs and over to Cheviot, are all working collaboratively to ensure that we increase our percentage of vaccinated people in the Hiranui, because health is really important, and this is about protecting yourself but protecting your family and your community. So Super Saturday is happening this week, and those practices, Amberley, there's going to be walk-ins at the Amberley Farmers Market between 9 and 1 p.m. on Saturday morning. So urge people to come to that. Amiri Health Centre from 9 till 1 o'clock. Hammer Springs from 10 o'clock onwards. Waikari are going to do Super Sunday. So if you've missed out on the Saturday scenario because of work commitments or other things happening, the Waikari Health Centre are providing Super Sunday as an alternate for people between 10 and 1 p.m.
What about the Cheviot one, Murray? I don't have any notes on the Cheviot one.
No, so Cheviot are doing clinics through October and November across the district as well. There is a lot happening in this space. My message to people that are listening is actually make contact with those local health centres, because they will be able to direct you. They'll be able to give you information, provide you with specialised advice, I guess, around vaccination, because it seems that there's a lot of contra information coming through multimedia channels which isn't helpful to people to make those best decisions around increasing our vaccination rate. So absolutely urge people to do what's right. We've got to be smart about this. We can do better, and we need to get on and get the job done.
Absolutely. The Google search, and I've done this myself this morning, Google search 10 COVID-19 myths exploded. If you do that, then it'll take you to a reputable site, and you'll be able to have a look at some of the myths that are going around in some of the social media and to be honest, some of the mainstream media as well, which is a wee bit scary. That's actually fantastic. So we've got Super Saturday and Sunday in Hiranui. I'm absolutely loving that. Now we've got
and I was just going to say, I've been fortunate to be working with these wonderful practice managers, and we're going to do a follow-up information that will go to every mailbox in the Hiranui around vaccination, the reason, the purpose, the responsibility that we all have to do that. So that should be in people's mailboxes within the next week, and give ongoing dates beyond Super Saturday for people that this weekend may not suit. So there is lots of opportunity, and our health centres are really keen to support people to get to that step. So
absolutely,
great.
That's fantastic. Is the Hiranui District Council going to be having a no jab, no job policy?
Look, I'm not certain about that at this stage, but certainly that's an information that's being, perhaps spread across the workforce. But it is certainly an interesting conversation we all need to be mindful of, I think,
Absolutely. Well, my youngest daughter's in early childcare, and that mandate went out yesterday, and it's caused one or two people to actually change their mind and one or two people to dig their toes in. There is another health story that you would like to talk about in the Hiranui District. Is that right, Murray?
Correct. Each district in the Waitaha Primary Health has a community representative on the Waitaha Primary Health Board, and so we're currently, Hiranui District Council decided last week at their council meeting to refresh that process. So I would just urge people that have an interest in health and would be keen to put their name forward. The applications are available via Joe Retallick at the Hiranui District Council, and it's a 3-year term. It's really helpful if you have a greater understanding around health issues in a rural environment, and can be an advocate for health in those spaces. So the applications close on the 24th of October. So, I urge people to have a wee look on the website, because all the details are there.
Brilliant stuff. Now, in closing, I had a bit of a quick chat to Dan Gordon yesterday, Mayor of the Waimak, saying about a combination between Waimak and Hiranui Hiranui in regards to, I don't know, building a waste-to-energy plant around Kate Valley. He had his thoughts on it. How is Kate Valley? Is there life in Kate Valley? Do we need to look at investing in some sort of infrastructure like this, waste-to-energy, considering that the reason why I asked that question of Dan yesterday is that Wellington are running out of landfill space. They've got 15 years and then they've got no space at all in New Zealand's capital city. Is there anything? How is Kate Valley? What's the situation there?
Just a question first. Kerry, have you been up to Kate Valley?
Thank you for asking. No, I haven't. You and I need to do that.
Oh, yeah. Look, honestly, it is probably the most comprehensively engineered site for managing waste. And actually, first and foremost, individuals have responsibilities not to have items going into the waste stream that can be recycled. So, there's a message there. But Kate Valley is, I think, it's about a 37 hectare site. And it's a joint venture between the five councils, Christchurch City, Ashburton, Selwyn, Waimak and us. Mm-hmm. And I expect that if there's a science around using energy from the decomposed organic material, they will be looking at that across the management of Kate Valley. They do collect through a network of pipes because the material let me unwind this. The decomposed organic material in the landfill currently produces gas, which is predominantly methane, and that's actually collected in pipes and they use to drive generators to produce electricity. So, there is a purposeful recyclement of those outputs currently. And you asked the question about the consent. The Kate Valley site, as we know it at the moment, is consented until 2040, I think it is. So, and it opened in 2005.
Okay.
So there is still some life in that as a joint venture. And I have no doubt. I mean, Rangi and the team up there, it's an amazing operation. It's almost to a point where it's a tourism opportunity because, the smart technology in managing waste is quite amazing to see, actually. So I've got every confidence that the current management committee will be looking at all sorts of futuristic opportunities to manage waste. But I'll come back to the message. People need to make certain that they are not using rubbish collections. They need to be considering about purchasing items that are recyclable and actually making certain that they are using that recycling reuse component that we all have responsibilities for as well.
Mari, that is actually a very, very good point. And you've opened my eyes a wee bit. They are actually collecting methane at the moment and turning it into energy. So they're sort of doing half of what I suggested anyway. So
correct.
Mari Black, Mayor of the Hiranui District on Compass FM. We'll see you again next Wednesday.
Wonderful. Have a great week.